What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for the day. Yesterday, we got absolutely cooked. I will not sugarcoat anything. As you guys know, I'm always very transparent with the plays. What happened is we had so much opposite correlation. Honestly, very crazy that all of these coin flips, all of these opposite correlated plays ends up going the opposite direction of where we need them to go. So yeah, very, very unfortunate. If you do not know what we do on this channel, we do correlation. If you don't know what that is, I'll explain it a little bit very quickly. So I'm either taking players on two different teams to go over together or under together, or I'm taking two players on the same team for that esport to go over together or under together because these players are tied together in some way, right? If the game goes long, more kills are going to happen. If the game's short, less kills. If one team wins the game, for example, with League of Legends, they're going to get more kills. If the team loses the game, they're going to get less kills, okay? So what's funny about yesterday is last night honestly looked like a very, very great night. Like, we were set up perfectly. Going into last night, like, it honestly looked like a day. Some of those days where we have some of our best days ever, some of our best days ever where we hit 3 4-mans in a row, 4 4-mans in a row, looked just like yesterday did when it was set up, right? We had 2 tacos going into yesterday, and then I believe we had this setup and we had this setup, and then we picked this one up overnight, okay? So what happens is we have this setup. These guys go way over their projections because they lose map 1. So what happens is they lose map 1. This guy only gets 2 kills map 1. And then map 2, you guys can look it up. He gets 14 kills because they end up winning the game. So again, League of Legends, it's very correlated based off of who is winning the game. So he wins the game, he gets 14 kills. Now, they were very not favored in this game. They were very favored to go 2-0. Or sorry, go 0-2. As you saw in map 1, he only gets 2 kills. Map 2, he gets 14 kills. So these guys go way over. Right here, this bro team, I was hoping that they would maybe pick up one game. They end up getting 0-2'd, so they get no kills very much whatsoever. And yeah, we end up losing this. Right here, you can see that we are correct on this case where we take the unders and the unders hit. And these guys go green together. But unfortunately, this game ended up just ending. And map 1, actually, it looked pretty good. Map 2, we needed a short map because we took the unders, and it ends up going to triple overtime. So yeah, pretty much every single thing we end up losing based off of the correlation. So if I would have paired up this little duo here, maybe here, then we would have hit that for 8.5x, and we would have been profitable. That's the crazy part. We would have went up like 3, 4, 5 units yesterday if we just hit one of these, but we end up not hitting any of these here. So really unfortunate. There was a lot of League of Legends on the board, and we got crazy value. That's the amazing part about it. This play, for example, if I can bring this to the front, this play, for example, I took this guy at 4, and he actually bumped to 4.5 pretty quickly, maybe 10 minutes later, and I posted it on Twitter as my favorite play of the day, and he's already at 5.5, so he bumped to 5.5. Think about that, you guys. If you get someone at 4 and they bump to 5.5, like, think about getting someone's rebound line at 4, and then like 12 hours later, you check it, and it's at 5.5. So we got crazy value. We just could not secure some of these correlated duos, and correlation, it gives, but it also takes. So that's just what happened yesterday, right? You can also think of these correlated pairs as like coin flips, so to speak, right? If we have a long game, the over should hit. That's a coin flip, right? Maybe that's, heads instead of tails. If it's a short game and we take the overs, then we also lost that side of the coin flip. And that is why I personally think it's really important to look at these things as a long-term perspective, right? Because if you flip a coin 10 times, there could potentially go 10 tails or something like that when you want it to be heads. But if you flip the coin 1,000 times, it's probably going to end up being 50-50, right? That's the law of averages. That is the law of statistics, right? These things are probably going to average out the more times you do them. So hopefully that makes sense. If it makes sense for you guys, if you guys trust the process, then you know that we do win long term on this channel, and we have won every single month of me betting in the past 11 months. So we are 11 out of 11 months being profitable. Some of our biggest months going up 90 to 95 units. And last month in March, we go up 35 units, having a pretty unlucky month even. So we're very inevitable to come back and win some of these bets. On Sleeper, we go 1-1. Just want to quickly go over Sleeper too. And even get a little bit unlucky on Sleeper because Stephon Castle was discounted, I believe, by like 33%. I think his line was like 22, and they discounted him down to 16.5, and he only gets 15 points right here. So unfortunate there. We would have went 2 for 2 if Stephon Castle would have got one more 2-pointer. We do pick up a taco play, which I believe was the free play. So free play of the day was on Twitter and on my winnable, and we do hit this, but unfortunately we do miss this because I did double down on this Killian guy who ends up winning map 2. So a lot of opposite correlation, you guys. You know, it is what it is. It's part of the strategy. Correlation is our strategy. That is how we are so profitable over the long term. It's because instead of playing 4 separate things in a 4-man, for example, you're playing pretty much 2 things needing to happen. So you need either a long or short game. That's a coin flip. And then you need League of Legends, the guys either to win the game or lose the game. That's a coin flip. So instead of 4 separate coin flips, like having NHL and NBA and what's another sport, NFL, and let's just say NASCAR or something like that, and taking the over-under on all individual of those 4 sports, you pretty much have 2 things that need to happen. You need either a long, short game, or you need a quarterback-receiver duo to do well together or poorly together and stuff like that. So hopefully that makes sense. If you guys don't know about correlation, I'll actually get a little bit more into it in this video too, talking about the Counter-Strike play of the day. So yeah, unfortunately, you know, we do go down 4.53 units. I actually thought it was 5 units for some reason when I checked earlier. But yeah, I'm just going to say 5 units, but I guess it was 4.35 units. Again, like I said, any of those plays that would have hit would have been 8.5x's, 9x's, stuff like that. And when you hit a 9x, you go up 8 units, right? Because one of the units is paying for the entry, and then you go up 8 units. So if we hit one of those entries, that turns from a -5 day to a +4 day or a +3 day, right? So one of those entries would have paid for all the losses, plus we would have got profit on some of those too. So overall, we had a lot of opportunities yesterday. Some of those times happen. Sometimes the correlation gives. Sometimes the correlation takes. Normally, it does not happen all in one day, but, you know, it kind of is what it is. Again, if you guys do not know, everything on this channel is tracked. Everything on my VIP is tracked. I think one of the most transparent people on YouTube and on the internet, and I also think I'm one of the most profitable people on the internet too. So in 2025 so far, we are up 140 units. Right here is the 2025 graph. You guys can see this every single day so far this year, we have done, the ups, the downs, the trials, the tribulations. And yeah, that is why I try to be very, very transparent with you guys. And also we go up on average about 50 units every single month on this channel. Which that is just our average. As you guys can see, in February, we went up 94 units alone. And right here is the past maybe like 10 or 11 months so far. And this is everything tracked. It's over close to 3,000 bets. So like I was talking about with that coin flip analogy, again, if you flip a coin 10 times, anything can happen, right? It could go tails 10 times in a row. But if you flip a coin 1,000 times, 2,000 times, 3,000 times, and really what I mean more is maybe like 200 times, 300 times, which would be maybe like a couple weeks of betting, something like that. These things always average out, right? So if we look at the past couple weeks, I don't know, I just kind of like doing this. I think it's kind of fun with this spreadsheet just to see how we've done. We're up 14 units, right? And I just picked a random date. When was this? This was starting at the 22nd or the 21st, whatever that was. We're up 14 units since the 21st. You know, I could kind of go through whenever this is, but as you guys see, everything is tracked, which I just personally think is really cool to see all of our bets right here. And this is over 800 bets we have taken this year, actually close to 900 bets this year. So let's go ahead and get into the first play of the day. Again, it's an unfortunate day, but as I always say, and as I said in March during some of those difficult times, because March was definitely a rocky month, you know, we always come out of it. We always come out of bad times, and it's just one bad day, you guys. It's not like the end of the world, but we always come out of bad times way quicker than you expect to. Again, yesterday could have been a day where we hit 3 in a row, right? If these things went the right direction, we could have hit this, and this together, and that would have been going up like 25 or 30 units in one day. So instead of going down 4 units or 5 units, we could have went up 25 or 30 units in one day. So the downside is always way lower than the upside is, right? The downside is always way lower than the upside is. And that's why honestly, this strategy is so profitable over the long term, is because our upside is way, way, way more profitable than ever our downside is, right? Our best days way outweigh our bad days. So hopefully you guys understand that. If you guys want to just be like, no, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. You know, as you guys can see, everything is correlated, right? All of these pairs either go green, green, or red, red, which I always talk about. So I'm going to say the same thing here, right? This play could 100% miss and go red, red together. But I'm taking the over because this is evenly matched teams. We have two evenly matched teams in Counter-Strike, and it's correlated based off of game length. So the longer a game goes on, the more kills that will happen. The shorter a game goes on, the less kills that will happen. That is just a fact. If the game goes into overtime, there's going to be a lot more opportunities for kills. More rounds equals more kills, and these guys should go over their projections. Now, if it's a very short game, there's going to be less kills in this game in total between both teams. It doesn't matter who wins, who loses, and the unders should hit in this case. So actually, I think this one right here is a great example of that. So I took the unders. And this game goes into double overtime 2 games in a row. So this guy got 53 kills in the game because he ends up playing like 60 rounds, 50 or 60 rounds, which a normal 2 maps goes maybe like 30 rounds. So he ends up playing pretty much double the amount of rounds that a normal game is supposed to, so to speak. So if this game goes into overtime, if it goes into a long game, we should see the overs hitting here. But again, it could be a short game, right? And the unders would hit. So again, you're turning a 2-man into a coin flip. You're turning it into close to 50-50 odds because it doesn't really matter if it goes 1 and 1. If it goes 1 out of 2, then we still lose the entry. So we either want things to go red, red, or green, green together in these 2-mans on PrizePicks. So hopefully that makes sense. If you're getting paid close to a 3x for a coin flip, you got to take that bet every single day, okay? So that is why we're profitable. I also get asked sometimes, why do you sometimes take 2-mans instead of 4-mans? As you guys see, I take a lot of 4-mans because they are more profitable on PrizePicks, but you can still take some 2-mans here and there because it's pretty much turning a coin flip into a 3x, like I said. So here's the first play of the day. I do want to say, if you want to get into my VIP, there is a couple of methods to get my VIP completely free. Text me the word WANNA to get into WANNA Parlay. It'll be a $10 deposit. I know a lot of you guys signed up for Vivid Picks in February, and I think January too. January, February, and early March. This is going to be the new method to get my VIP for free for 2 months. So if you signed up for Vivid Picks in February, get ready to sign up for WANNA Parlay because this will be another method to get you guys for free entry into my VIP for 2 months. And, if you were in my VIP for February, again, we went up 93, 94 units in February. So you guys know what we can do when we get hot. So if you're in a yellow state right here, you can sign up for WANNA Parlay. Just text me the word WANNA right here to my number on the screen. I also really recommend you guys getting Chalkboard. And this is a little more East Coast centric. So if you're on the East Coast, Chalkboard's a great option for you. You can text me the word Chalkboard. Again, this is my personal number, so I should respond to you guys within 5 to 10 minutes and get you guys set up with that and set up with a free month of the VIP. Before we get into the next play, I also just want to mention, I forgot to do this in the beginning of the video, but I am giving away a signed Domantas Sabonis jersey. I actually just ordered it, I believe, yesterday morning, so it should be coming in the next week. Maybe I can hold it up in one of these videos soon. But to enter in the giveaway, all you guys have to do is like, comment, and subscribe on this video, and do that every single video up until I give it away. So that's probably going to be in around a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks is probably when I'll be giving it away. And I'll do some sort of raffle and some sort of fun thing here. So again, if you want to get entered in this giveaway, all you guys have to do is comment down below. Maybe comment the next jersey you guys want me to give away. Maybe comment something positive. Maybe comment something negative. I don't know. It's up to you. So this is going to be the giveaway. All you guys have to do is like, comment, subscribe. All right, so let's get into the next play of the day. This is the last play of the day today. We're going to go over LeBron 15 rebounds, assists. So he is playing the Golden State Warriors. If you guys know anything about LeBron versus Steph Curry, this is always a very, very big matchup where LeBron and Steph Curry normally go off. And you guys can see against the Warriors, he is 5 out of 6 of his last times that he's played the Warriors since 2014. And even the time that he did not play him, even the time that he did not go over, I believe he only got 14. So he only missed by 1, right? And you can see there's games that he gets like, the last time they played in early February, I don't know what that is. That is like 25 or something. I think he got like 14 rebounds alone. So he does very well versus the Warriors. And I think this should be a very even match where LeBron plays a lot of the game. The one thing that I really hate betting on in the NBA is when it's a blowout type game and these guys get pulled in the fourth quarter. So I do not think that's going to happen. Golden State Lakers is one of those matchups, or LeBron versus Golden State, as you can think, is a very, very Historical matchup where these teams are very evenly matched and these teams normally play a very close game. Maybe it even goes into overtime, right? Similar thing to Counter-Strike is if a basketball game goes into overtime, LeBron's going to play 5 more minutes of overtime at least. And that's going to mean maybe a couple more rebounds, maybe a couple more assists. So we'll see. NBA overtime is definitely not as prevalent as Counter-Strike overtime, just because Counter-Strike overtime probably happens like 30% of the time, 20% of the time, where basketball overtime probably happens like 5% of the time, I would say, maybe even less than that. And then actually my favorite play today is Poe Belter under 10.5 kills. So he is averaging 3 kills per game. The only problem is he has only played 3 games this year in total, but 3 games, he has gotten 9 kills in total. So 9 divided by 3, he is averaging 3 kills. If you guys look on Underdog Fantasy right now, his line is 7.5. So another really, sharp book, Underdog Fantasy, 7.5 on that book. This is a 3.5 kill discrepancy, maybe a 3 kill discrepancy. I like this all the way down. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I like this all the way down to 8.5. So if this bumps all the way down to 8.5, which it's unlikely it's going to do that, but if it bumps down to 8.5, it's still takeable, which is crazy. So I bet this does bump to probably 9.5 by game time. It'll probably bump to 10 within the first 15 minutes of me sending out this video. Definitely take it at 10, you guys. There is no reason why I think this guy should get 11 kills. If he does, he does. It is what it is at the end of the day, but this is still a really, really solid entry. I do want to also tell you guys that yesterday when I gave you guys this pick on Twitter, if you're not following my Twitter, follow my Twitter. I got this at 4. It's now at 4.5. So can't really argue with that. Value is value. PrizePicks, when they bump lines, it pretty much is showing that they don't know what they're doing sometimes when they set League of Legends lines, and they're pretty much saying, hey, a lot of people got it at 4 or 4.5, and we cannot let anyone else get that type of value. So definitely take Poe Belter under 10.5. I think the fair value for this is like 8, maybe 7.5 even. So really great there. If you do have Underdog Fantasy, you could also middle this. You could take him under here, and you could take him over on Underdog Fantasy. So if he gets 8, 9, or 10 kills, you would win both entries. So that's kind of a pro move, but this is going to be the second entry of the day. This is going to be the first entry of the day. Appreciate every one of you guys for watching, and hopefully you guys understand. Just trying to be as transparent as possible. It's hard sometimes when you see all red. I want the days to. I want to come on here and have everything green and be able to talk about everything being green and how amazing we did. But days like this do happen. So it is what it is. I apologize. I truly, my main goal is to make you guys money over the long term. Spent a lot of hours finding these plays yesterday, and we just had a lot of opposite correlation happen. So appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.